Do you feel safe at school? Why not?
Because I don't want it to happen again.
And you think it's going to happen again?
I thank y'all for letting me be here and speak out, but I wish something will change, not only for our kids, but every single kid in the world, because schools are not safe anymore.
And as her voice, we demand action. We seek a ban on assault rifles and high-capacity magazines. We understand that for some reason, to some people, to people with money, to people who fund political campaigns, that guns are more important than children. So at this moment, we ask for progress. We seek to raise the age to purchase these weapons from 18 to 21 years of age. We seek red flag laws, stronger background checks. We also want to repeal gun manufacturers' liability immunity.
Once the blood is rinsed away from the bodies of our loved ones and scrubbed off the floors of the schools and supermarkets and churches, the carnage from each scene is erased from our collective conscience, and we return again to nostalgia.
To the lawmakers who feel that we do not need stricter gun laws, let me paint a picture for you. My son, Zaire, has a hole in the right side of his neck, 2 on his back, and another on his left leg, caused by an exploding bullet from an AR-15. As I clean his wounds, I can feel pieces of that bullet in his back. Shrapnel will be left inside of his body for the rest of his life. Now I want you to picture that exact scenario for one of your children.
The laws being discussed are already implemented in cities across this country. We have decades of evidence proving they do not work.
Assault weapons like the AR-15 are known for 3 things: how many rounds they fire, the speed at which they fire those rounds, and body count. This radicalized 18-year-old adult should have never been able to have access to the weapons he used to perpetrate this attack, and the laws need to be enacted to ensure it never happens again.
Every year, over 110,000 people are shot or killed by gun violence. So that means nearly 1 million lives have been directly devastated since I laid in that hospital, looked up at that television, and watched the members of this chamber debate this topic.
Every single day, the politicians who fail to take action ignore the majority of Americans who want stricter gun laws. You tell our children protecting them matters less than protecting the status quo.
So why is no one holding the gun industry accountable for its dangerous practices? In 2005, at the behest of the NRA, Congress passed the Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act, which insulates the industry from most legal threats. And again, at the behest of the NRA, Congress passed the TR Amendment, a budget rider that purports to limit sharing of data about guns used in crimes, which keeps the industry out of the conversation about how criminals get armed. These laws have to go.
The opposition has always been, and is still today, a genuine concern that these policies suffer from serious constitutional and practical defects, that they will not have the impact you promise people they will. And we have always proposed alternatives that would be more effective and less constitutionally suspect. What we have rarely been met with are open ears.
We are facing a crisis that is killing more Americans than war, a crisis that is now the #1 cause of death for our young people.